Is your PC painfully slow to start up? You hit the power button and it feels like it takes forever before you can actually get anything done. That annoying wait is usually caused by a ton of hidden programs all trying to launch the second you log in. They slow down your computer, use up its memory, and waste your time before you even opened a single app. But what if you could turn that slow startup into a super fast one? What if you could take back control and tell Windows exactly what it should and shouldn't load when it turns on? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. This guide will walk you through everything a beginner needs to know. By the end, your PC will feel faster, more responsive, and ready to go when you are. First things first, let's deal with the most common problems using a tool that's already built in your computer, the Task Manager. This one step will solve most of your startup slowdowns. The fastest way to open it is with the keyboard shortcut Control plus Shift plus Escape key. Once it's open, you might see a simple little window. If you do, just click More Details at the bottom to expand it. Now look for the Startup Apps tab on the left, click it. On some versions of Windows, you can also find this list in Settings under Apps and then Startup, but using the Task Manager is usually quickest. This screen is your command center for everything that launches with Windows. You'll see a list of applications in a few columns. Here's what they mean. Name and publisher, this tells you what the program is and who made it. Status shows if the program is enabled or disabled from starting up. Startup impact, this is the most important column. Window tells you how much each program slows down your startup, labeling it high, medium, low, or not measured. Alright, this is where we start clean. Begin with any program marked with a high startup impact. Do you recognize it? Do you really need a Discord or a game launcher to open the second you log in? Probably not. Most programs work just fine when you open them yourself. To stop a program from launching at startup, just right click on it and select disable. That's it. You haven't uninstalled the program, you just told it to not start up automatically. You can always change your mind by right-clicking it again and choosing Enable. Go through your list. If you don't need it the moment your computer turns on, disable it. If you find a program and aren't sure what it is, don't guess, just right-click on it and select Search Online. This will open your web browser with more information to help you decide. The Task Manager is great, but some older programs use a different trick to launch, the Startup folder. There are two of these folders and we can get to them with a quick command. Press the Windows key plus or to open the one box. First type shell startup and press enter. This opens a folder for programs that start up just for you. If you see any program shortcuts here you don't need, just delete them like you would any other file. Mine's empty. Now let's check the second folder. Press Windows key plus or again, this time type shell common startup and hit enter. This folder has program shortcuts that launch for every user on the PC. Again, if you see anything you don't want starting automatically, just delete the shortcut. Mine is empty. These folders might be empty and that's normal, but it's an important place to check, especially if you have a stubborn program that wasn't showing up in Task Manager. Some programs run in the background all the time as a service. This section is a little more advanced, so feel free to skip it, but it can help. Just be careful and proceed with caution. Press Windows key plus or type in services.msc and hit enter. This opens the service window, which lists tons of things that can run in the background. The key here is to not touch anything made by Microsoft or your computer manufacturer. We're only looking for optional software you installed. Think Adobe Update Service or Google Update Service. These aren't essentials for your computer to run. Instead of disabling them completely, the safest thing to do is change them from automatic to manual. Right-click the service, go to Properties, and use the drop-down menu next to Startup Type to change it to manual. This means the service won't start with your PC but can still turn on when the main program needs it. Again, if you're not sure, it's best to just leave it alone. Another place programs hide is the task scheduler. Press Windows keys plus all, type in task schd.msc and hit enter. Click Task Schedule Library on the left. Look for tasks related to programs you recognize, especially update checkers you don't need running all the time. You can right-click any task you don't want and select Disable. If you want to see everything that starts with your PC in one place, there's a great free tool from Microsoft called AutoRuns. You can download it directly from the Microsoft website. Once you've downloaded and unzipped the file, right-click auto164.exe and choose to run it as an administrator. The program shows you a lot of information which can look complicated at first. To make it simple, go to the Options menu at the top and click Hide Microsoft Entities. This cleans up the list and shows you only software from other companies. Now you can look at the tabs. The Logon tab is a more powerful version of what we just saw in the Task Manager. The Services and Scheduled Tasks tab show you what we just looked at, but it's all in one place, just like before. If you see a program you don't need to start automatically, just uncheck it. The box next to it, unchecking the box is the safest way to disable it, because you can easily come back and check it again if you change your mind. This tool is fantastic for finding leftover junk from programs you don't have anymore. It's easy to get carried away, so let's be very careful about what you should always leave alone. The golden rule is, if you're not 100% sure what it does, leave it enabled, but here's a list of things to never ever disable. 1. Your antivirus and security software. This has to run at startup to protect you from viruses. Leave it enabled, whether it's Windows Defender or another program. 2. Core hardware drivers. Look for anything from your graphics card maker like NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel, your sound like Realtek, or your laptop touchpad. Disabling these can make parts of your computer stop working. 3. Essential Windows processors. If the publisher is Microsoft Corporation, it's almost always best to leave it alone. These are needed for Windows to run properly. Things that are almost always safe to disable are game launchers, chat apps, music services, and most program updaters. Disabling these give you the biggest speed boost. One last bonus tip: Windows has a feature called Fast Startup that is usually on by default. To check it, open the control panel, go to Power Options, and click Choose what the power buttons do. You might have to click the text that says Change Settings that are currently unavailable. And that's how you do it. By cleaning out your startup programs, you've taken back control of your PC speed. You've gone from a slow, frustrating startup to a fast one that lets you get to work right away. Your computer won't just start faster, it will also feel quicker and more responsive overall. To keep your PC running this smoothly, try to do this checkup every few months, especially after you install new software. And as always, many blessings. Bye.